Hey guys, thank you so much for those of you who are joining us today. I'm really excited to be here with Denise from SeaDream Yacht Club. SeaDreams is a really amazing brand and it's very boutique and very much our style. So we're really excited to have Denise tell us all about it today. Drop us your questions. Let us know in the comments if you're watching, where in the world you're watching from. And I'm gonna let Denise introduce herself. So Denise, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Janet, for having me today. I'm just thrilled to even be talking about travel. Isn't it something we just want to dream about and look forward to? I know each and every one of you are probably so excited about thinking about where you're going to go. Well, SeaDream, I have been with this beautiful company for the last 7 years and have had the privilege of going on about 15 different lovely yachting experiences. So as I will talk and show you all the beautiful places we go, but our whole line is it's yachting, not cruising, enjoy the difference. So let's enjoy the difference with a yacht versus a cruise ship. So let's talk.
Awesome. And we have a little video to share with everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, and then we'll get into some Q&A and questions and all the insider secrets to how to have an amazing experience with SeaDream. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
It's a real pleasure to welcome you on board SeaDream.
Yachting to me means feeling like the whole yacht belongs just to you, and they really make you feel that on board. I think that's the magic of SeaDream.
Tell me what you like on the menu. Just let me know the day before, and I'm gonna make sure that it happens. You tell me you wanna have a French onion soup today for an appetizer, and then maybe a lobster for a dinner, and plus beautiful souffle. Why not? Why not? That's the way.
That was so fun to be able to see that. I absolutely loved it. What a great video. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Denise, now to tell us more about what the difference is. And I think one of my first questions is really going to be, tell us the difference between cruising and yachting. I love personally small boutique experiences. I love sailing. I love yachts. I love anything that's like really small and personal and intimate. And I know that SeaDream provides that. And so for people that are like me, who may want to have a more intimate experience, or who are not into, especially with everything that's been going on in the world, not interested maybe in going on cruises as big as they maybe once went on. So for people that love cruising but don't necessarily want to go on, you know, the huge 2,000 person passenger ships, tell me a little bit about SeaDreams and what makes you guys different.
Because with SeaDream, we're 2 luxury yachts that are only 56 staterooms with 112 guests. So right there, that number is just that key issue. It's a yacht, not a cruise ship. And we get into those ports with this picture that you see right here, the small yachting harbors that the big ships just can't get to. So that's one of the key differences. We love to let everyone feel like you're on your own private yacht. And that's, as you talked about, you want to, if you like to be outdoors and on the water, this is your yacht. Because in cruising, you know, when you think about it, in cruising, you do everything indoors. You eat indoors, you dance indoors, you drink indoors, you sleep indoors, and we want to do everything, those and more, outside. So that's what's so different. We love to be outdoors and on the water. So that's what's unique about us on that.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh, it's so fun.
Yes. And here's a beautiful picture of, you know, they're twin yachts, SeaDream I and SeaDream II. Everything is ocean view rooms on that. Now, there are not balconies because our yachts, any yacht, if you know a yacht, they do not have balconies because they're too low to the water on that. So we always like to say that a whole yacht is your balcony because you're just steps away from being outside in that open, so much open space outside. So that's the difference of yachting on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You know, and I've never really heard that before. What is really the difference between, I guess you said low to the water. So I guess for those of us listening and for my own education, if you could just tell us, like, what is the difference between a cruise ship and a yacht? Because there are some cruise ships out there that are smaller, more boutique style cruise ships with maybe a couple hundred passengers. So what is kind of the main difference if somebody's thinking about going on a cruise, a small boutique cruise versus this yacht type experience?
Well, a yacht is, we're probably one of the largest true yachts with passengers on, you know, I mean, we're 345 feet long. We're only 100 guests, you know, on that. So the size of it is what is dictating, you know, it's just so open air. You're steps away from being outside all the time on that. So it's just it's true yacht, and we'll show different ways. It's so personal in our service, personal in our style. It's casual, not and yet still very elegant. You see in this picture here, this is very different. How you step aboard, you are greeted by the captain as the first person you meet, which I don't think that happens on very many cruise ships. I don't know. Have you met the captain as the first person you meet, Janet, when you go on your cruise ships?
No, definitely not. I mean, yeah, for me personally, and I'm going to say this with full disclosure, I don't love big cruises, again, because I like more intimacy. I like really small ports. I like to be able to go places that are hard to get to, and I don't love to pull into a port and have 4,000 people get off the ship with me. I want to have a really private experience. So this 100% appeals to me, for sure.
Yes, we will stay. We have to start and end in larger ports for flying in and all, but it's the in between daily ports that we pull in at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we can stay late into the evening. That's a very big difference with cruise ships. They have to leave at 4 or 5 o'clock, you know, to move on. Many times if there's lots to do in the port, we're there overnight or late into the evening. So that's a very big difference with a yacht. We're going smaller distances, and we'll look at our itineraries as we go on down the road. and you'll see that is just such a big draw. But it's our service. I really have to speak to that. You know, we have 95 crews serving the 100 people aboard. So you can imagine how they can cater to anything and go beyond your wildest dreams on that. From knowing your name, from the moment you step on, my friends all, when we come on, they go, how did they just called me by name. How did they do that? And so it's so different. It's so personalized on that.
Yeah, that's wild to think about. So it's almost a 1-to-1 ratio. I mean, there's almost as many guests as there are crew members.
Exactly, exactly. So they can really go beyond to meet they just look for ways to just to wow you all the time. Just very personal all the way. What's also different in a yacht is that we eat most of our meals outdoors. And we have a beautiful dining room that can hold everybody at one seating, but we eat breakfast and lunch outdoors, and most of our dinners, even now, especially because we can have everybody outside at night. Because if you've got Saint-Tropez or Portofino as your backdrop, why are you not eating outside, right?
Oh, I'm just daydreaming. I'm daydreaming of traveling, and I'm in Arizona, and we have like unusually, totally unseasonably cold weather. We had snow yesterday, and I'm like sitting here freezing cold, and I'm looking at these beautiful pictures, and I'm just dying to travel. I'm trying to go to the Caribbean or the French Riviera. I mean, you guys go to just the best places.
Yes, and that's the joy of it. You know, I'm going through, eating outdoors, being outdoors. If you're someone who likes to be outside, and this is your yacht, you're going to feel like you're on your own private yacht all the way along. So and it also has the most amazing, we're known for our service, and then right up there would be our dream cuisine, because when you're serving only 100 people, you can imagine how they can cater to anyone's dietary needs on that. We have the only organic 5-star raw vegan menu on any ship on that. And so I don't know, I have it told to me all the time, where do you get 5-star vegan food? You know, on SeaDream you do. But the good part is that not in couples, not all of them want to be wellness minded. So you get this difference between the two. And that's the beauty, is that we can accommodate both desires. You know, if you want to be decadent, you can, you know, that's the beauty of it. So.
Yeah, it's funny that you're saying that, because again, like, you know, when we travel, and I think a lot of people when they're traveling, you want to be able to have, you know, you want to splurge, but you also want to have some healthy options so you don't come back, you know, 20 pounds heavier, which you definitely can do after a cruise or any type of all-inclusive, especially when you have all this amazing, delicious food. So I love that you have that lovely combination of, you know, healthy options and vegan options and raw options and fresh fruits and vegetables, and then, you know, the gourmet decadent style meals and desserts. I'm a big dessert fan, so.
Me too. But I love where in the video, our chef, our Tomas, he says, you tell me what you want the day before and I will make whatever you want. And I mean, where do you get that personalized service that he's going to make you whatever you want? So this is your yacht. That's the joy of it. I think that people come back over and over for this service and that personalized part of it. But I agree about being wellness minded. You know, it's nice to come home and not to have go too much overindulged, you know, on that. Let me go on and tell you about some of the beauties of SeaDream, because the marina drops off the back and all the toys are inclusive. Even the jet skis. I don't think on very many ships that motorized toys are included. So we've got jet skis, we've got stand-up paddleboards, as you see there, but we have kayaks and sailboats. You can banana boat. I mean, it's becoming more and more rare to even swim off the back of a yacht. So, or any ship. And that is still able to, you can see the pontoon out there that you can jump off and swim. We've got a gorgeous workout room that looks over the front of the ship. 10 mountain bikes you can take anytime wherever we are and explore. So I should have mentioned before that we are all inclusive, from our alcohol to our gratuities on that too. And this is just another added feature that is so fun, especially in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, you want to play and have these toys.
I just love that. I mean, literally, it's like having your own, this is VIP style travel that's actually, and we'll talk about affordability later, but I mean, this is an experience that a regular person can have. You don't need to be Beyonce. We love Beyonce, but you don't need to be Beyonce with your private yacht and your entourage. You can have your family, your friends, and have this like incredible yachting experience with the marina or the, I lost my train of thought, but where you have the jet skis right off the boat, and you can do the water sports and the non-motorized sports and the motorized sports. I just love that. I mean, that makes you, and for kids, it's so much fun and so engaging.
Let's talk about that, about age. We do tend to, we do multi-gen and all, but I would say the average age would be high school and above. Just because there's no children's programs or anything like that. So generally it's more for couples in generally, the thought process, but I have had many multi-gens because the grandparents are coming and they love to watch their adult kids and high school kids have so much fun and be there and watch it. So,
yeah, and also, I mean, we all had, we've been so separated from our families now for almost a year. There's family members we haven't seen in over a year. I just love the idea of grabbing, the grandparents and the adult children and maybe some older kids, college kids, high school age kids, and having this type of experience as like your reunion. I mean, what a great way to get back together once it's safe to travel.
And as you can see from the back of this picture right here, how open and how inviting it is. That is our pool deck right there on the top above SeaDream. And it's just, everything is so open air. You're so outside all of the time. And I'll show you that more and more as we go on. It's just a beautiful way to be out, in the open air. And especially nowadays, I think people care about that a lot.
I'll be honest with you, I can't show this video to my son. He's 12 and he's obsessed with jet skiing. He loves it. It's his favorite thing in the world. We live in the desert, go figure. But he would die. I would never be able to get him to leave the ship.
Well, you can take him to the Caribbean and then he can play all day and have the best time. I think that would be lovely. Lovely. He could do it. He could do it. We talked about wellness at sea. I just would hate to not mention that we have Tai Chi and yoga classes complimentary every day. We have the only Thai certified spa afloat, and you get to give your guests, all of them get a $200 spa credit by booking with you. And so we have 6 massage therapists for 100 people. So you can do your treatments in our beautiful treatment rooms or out in the open air deck, as you see there in the picture in the bottom left. So our spa is something to behold. It's a great way to.
And I just want to make sure I have this right, that BTA guests get a $200 spa credit that they can use to book one of these amazing massages or spa treatments right on this yacht. I mean, that's as VIP as it gets.
Yes. So everyone will get to have that experience of having our amazing spa treatment. So that, yes, your guests get to have that. Yep. That's the beauty of it. Now, this is one of my favorite things to talk about, our Balinese dream beds. Now, most everyone else has a lot of these other things, but this feature is something so unique to SeaDream. These beds are on both of the yacht in the back. There are 4 on each side, and what a gorgeous way to sit and sail away, or just sail and read a book for the day and have your drink be served to you. And it's, I have a lot of people tell me, oh, do I have to run out and go get that and put my towels down? I said, remember, there's only 100 people. You are going to have open space. I go up there all the time, and they're full. They're not ever full. I'm sorry, they're open, and I'm the only one sitting up there.
So it's built-in social distancing right there.
Yes, right there. Look, I didn't even think about that. Look, you're already 6 feet away. So that's lovely too. Yeah. And so open, but it's what happens at night. Now, the way to see, we make these up with linens, duvets, and pillows, and you can sleep outside under the stars. And we actually give each one of our guests their own pajamas with their name embroidered on it. Everyone gets them. And that's always given on the first day. So here's my personal pictures. I hope it's okay to show. I'm kind of embarrassed to be showing a little bit, but here's the one on the left is me and my girlfriends. Our husbands were there too, but we just had the best time up there having this slumber party. Now, do we stay all night? I don't personally, but a lot of my friends do, but it's so novel to just lay out and watch the stars. And remember, it's all inclusive. So we're ordering our champagne and our popcorn and we're having a party. And so then
I'm booking my ticket. When can I go? You have me sold.
Isn't this amazing? The picture on the bottom right is my family. And that's my husband and our adult children. And I'm telling you, they think SeaDream is the living inn. There's no question that is where my son recently got married, and he and his wife, were on for their honeymoon last year, early last year before before COVID. And yes, and this is such a great way to do a group of friends. Don't you think? I mean, doesn't that look like it right there with the girls,
Yeah, I'm already planning my next birthday. Once all of this nonsense is over with the world, this is where I want to have my birthday.
I'm not kidding. We have had, yes, they do such a great job with birthdays. We've 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th, whatever it is, they do a beautiful cake and they surprise you. Maybe I shouldn't say they decorate your room and you walk in at night and you're just so surprised it's all decorated for you. So they really know how to just do it up right for you for your birthday. So come on and celebrate your next birthday with us. Yeah. I should have mentioned there's those beds on the side and the back are not private, but there is a bed that's forward, completely roped off, private. Remember, this is all inclusive, so there's no charge for this. And the wonderful part about that is that they'll give you your champagne. They've got rose petals on the bed. This is perfect for if you're celebrating a big anniversary. We did our 30th on here, and it was just. And we did our 25th too. And so what a great way. Isn't that sound nice to have a private area just for the two of you?
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm just blown away right now.
Yeah, thank you. You're so sweet. I love it. So, people think, well, what do you do on a small yacht at night? Because there's only, it's hard to think, well, is there a lot to do? Well, if you're looking for big shows, this would not be your ticket on that. No, know that it's much more smaller, more intimate, but there's so much to do. Movies around the pool deck at night in the bottom right, they're serving popcorn and your hot toddy or whatever your special drink is. So that's fun. And then the top of the yacht bar is my favorite. It is the hub of the yacht. It's covered for the elements, obviously at the top on deck 6, completely open all the way around. And I can't tell you how many times I've danced the night away up there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place to be. And we do have
a party, a birthday or a wedding or an anniversary party.
Yep, perfect for all of that. We do have one, if you have to have gambling, we do have one table of blackjack down on deck 4 in our casino. So if that's a must for you, we have, but there's just one lovely table across from the piano bar. So it's up to you. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah,
some people
that want to just play a little bit. I mean, why not, right? It's fun. After dinner drink, play a few games, but clearly this is not what the experience is not about sitting in, at the blackjack table the entire time. That's not why you go on this yacht.
Exactly. It's about being outdoors and magical evenings like you're seeing right there. You're right. That's exactly what it is. We should talk about where we go. That is what's going to spark your thought of like, this is what's so different. Like look at this example right here. This is a Portofino. Yeah, this is Portofino, and we're anchored right off. We love to anchor just off port on some of these because then we can drop our marina and still have the toys all available. So it takes 5 minutes to get right there by our tenders. They run all day long, so it's not like, oh, I'm waiting or anything like that. Remember, it's 100 people, so there's never a problem. But we are in the Med from May until October. And we go into, this is just a sampling here of some of the amazing small ports that we get into. And I just have to point out a couple, like Idra at the bottom in the middle. That is a Greek island that no large cruise ship ever can go to.
It's amazing. It's so beautiful.
You've been there?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
My favorite experiences are actually private boat charters in the Mediterranean and in the Adriatic. And we usually go every other summer to Greece and charter a boat and I love that because again, you can get into these tiny little ports that the big cruise ships can't get into. But I also like this because here you can see, you can do a little bit more and you can have a lot more people. So I love the idea of going on this yacht and bringing just a big group of friends and family, and you have your freedom. Everyone can kind of do their own thing, but then you can come together and also have quality time.
I so agree. So agree. I love it. Like we do the Dalmatian coast with Croatia. That, like you just said, this is where you want to be on a yacht, or the Greek Isles, or how about our Monte Carlo? We're in the harbor. We're, with all the other yachts. That's what's so different. So
right next to Prince Harry's yacht.
I'm sorry?
Right next to Prince Harry's yacht.
Right next.
We did
I love it.
one time in I forget which one of the islands in Greece, and it was like somebody from the royal family had their giant mega yacht, and it was just, I was like blown away.
I know. Every time I agree. Every time we go, okay, and then we look at ours and we go, okay, we're here. We're on our own yacht. This is good. This is good. Yeah. Have you ever been through the Cork Canal? Have you been through the Cork Canal? It's at the base of Greece. Yeah, it's very few yachts and ships can even get through it because it's so narrow. And it is definitely a bucket list. My husband and I did it on our 20th anniversary, and you just put your hand out and you feel like you're touching the side. And it takes only about an hour and a half to go through. You get pulled through, and they make it a party going through.
Look at the color of the water. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about the Mediterranean. I love Europe. I love Europe. And I love the fact that in the Mediterranean, you get the best of both worlds. I mean, I like the Caribbean just as well, but in the Mediterranean, you can have the beautiful historic villages and the towns and the food and the culture and the cafes and, the nightlife in some parts, but you also have this gorgeous water and this relaxed vibe and all of the beauty that you would have in the Caribbean, plus all of the history and all of the other offerings of Europe. So it's my favorite.
I so agree. And then we move on to the Caribbean. We do from November into April. We sail. One of the yachts usually stays up in the BVIs, in and out of St. Thomas and San Juan, and the other one usually comes in and out of Barbados and St. Lucia and does the Grenadines down there. This is a beautiful picture of Virgin Gorda and the baths at Virgin Gorda, which again, large ships cannot even get there. This is a yachting port on that, and this is just a sampling of some of the places that we go to on SeaDream. We're always overnighting in St. Bart's, and we're in the harbor in St. Bart's. So, I mean, that's what people love.
I
about
love
that.
St. Bart's. It's one of my favorite islands. I think it has so much it's so fun. It's so beautiful. It's chic. It's hip. It's cool.
It has shopping. It has restaurants. The beaches are beautiful. Yeah, and Anguilla in the middle there. That beach is Shoal Beach, and it truly looks just like that. Hardly anyone there, and just us. I've been on that beach so many times, and I just sit and think, I'm the only one here. This is just amazing. Or the one in the bottom left, Joost van Dyke. That's where we do our champagne and caviar splash, and I'll show you that in a minute. But that's rated one of the top 10 beaches in the world, Joost van Dyke, in the BVI's. So, yeah, it's gorgeous.
No cruise ships there, I assume.
In Joost van Dyke, there are not one cruise ship can get there. It's just us and the other yachts all along. So isn't that beautiful?
Love it.
This is what we do always on the last day in our Caribbean voyages. We do this, what we call our signature item of a champagne and caviar splash. We bring a surfboard out. We have the caviar on there with the champagne, and all of our officers are in their whites, and they're bringing it into the water there and serving the champagne and just having the best. My friends, we're out there with our champagne and our caviar and saying, who are we out here? This is just amazing. And then afterwards, they have this wonderful beach barbecue that's filled with everything imaginable that they're cooking there, from lobster to prime rib to
hungry, and you're making me thirsty, and you're making me just dying to go travel again. I mean, I feel like so antsy right now that I can't hop on a boat and hop on a plane and just go anywhere in the world. And I'm so excited for when we're finally through this difficult time, when we can travel freely. I mean, I don't think I'll ever take it for granted again.
I know. I think people are so ready and ready to just, experience warm waters and beautiful settings like this. I agree. I should mention, we have a couple things, dream with confidence, because we know that we want to take the risk out of booking, of that. And if you book with up until December 15th, all voyages, you can cancel up to 15 days prior to the departure on that and have a complete future voyage credit for the amount. And so it really takes away the risk of booking, on that. So I think it's a great.
Can I have you do that one more time? So book by December 15th.
Any voyage up until December 15th, book now. Any voyage up until December 15th, any of those voyages, and sail on those voyages. But if you feel as though you just don't feel good about traveling at that point, you can change your mind up until 15 days from departure for any reason, and move your credit to a future voyage credit in the next year. So does that make sense? Are you there?
Oh, I muted myself. Sorry about that. Yes, yeah, perfect sense.
Yeah. So it really takes away, people are really starting to think about booking and later in the year, maybe in October in the Med, or November in the Caribbean. Fear of booking, because you can cancel up to 15 days prior and still have your credit for the following year. And we have a $500 off on select voyages. So you can, if anyone wants to reach out to you, we have some beautiful sailings that are with a $500 savings on that. We even have Christmas on there. So I know a lot of people have said, oh, my Christmas wasn't what I wanted it to be this last year, or even Thanksgiving is on here. And so what a great way to go with your families and have this beautiful experience and be all together. Just a thought.
I love that.
Yeah.
You have me dreaming of Christmas next year already.
I know it's time. I mean, I have to end with a couple of these pictures that we all do need this now. Isn't this the perfect picture to go, yes, I really, really am ready to be there, you know, out in that crystal blue water as you talked about.
Yeah, so book by December 15th, and if anything comes up, you can reschedule up to 15 days prior for no fee. I mean, that's an amazing, like, worry-free, because we do, of course, right now, all of us, I think, are feeling a little bit anxious. We'd love to travel. I'd love to plan travel, but I think people are hesitant. And for those of you listening and watching the replay who feel a little bit nervous, should I plan travel? Is it safe to plan travel? If I can't travel at the last minute or things get shut down, what happens to all of my money? Do I lose it all? No, you don't lose all your money. You can actually, well, with SeaDream, you can reschedule up to 15 days prior to your sailing and move that credit and, you know, worry free. So I just love that. It gives you peace of mind. And I'm all about dreaming and planning. I'm a very, very hopeful, optimistic person. And so I love the idea of planning something to look forward to. It just brings me a lot of joy. So for people out there that are like me that want to have something to look forward to, this just makes it a no-brainer.
Yeah, I so agree with you, Janet. I so agree. I just always have to show this. This is always our perfect slide to end on, because, and I'm not knocking that ship on the left by any means, but I just think right now, a lot of people will love to be on the yacht to the right and just in the side.
I mean, did you see me? I like leaned in because I was like, oh my God, it's just, I love the comparison. And again, big cruises, a lot of people love them. There's a lot of positive things about the giant cruise ships, but for those of us who are more into boutique, intimate experiences, it's incomparable.
Yes, I so agree. So agree. One of their tenders with the yellow tender that you're seeing right there, just one of those tenders holds 300 people.
I'm shocked.
More than our whole yacht combined with crew in one of their tenders. So it's a very different feeling to be on SeaDream and you truly are yachting, and it's enjoy the differences. Never been more true.
I mean, I think some people watching this would assume that this is going to cost, you know, astronomical prices because it's a yacht. Is that a myth? Is that a fact? Do you have to be one of the, you know, rich and famous to be able to have this experience, or can regular hardworking people be able to enjoy the SeaDream?
I have so many people say to me, once I tell them, they think, oh, it's 8 or 9 or 10,000 a person. And I say, oh, no, you can go to the Caribbean for about $3,500 per person for a week, all inclusive, with all your alcohol, all gratuities, all the toys, all of it, all included. And they just say, you should have led with that. I would have listened differently. And so it's about average $3,500 in the Caribbean, about $45 in the Med. And sometimes there are specials, as we saw. So there it changes. But
and that includes your food, it includes your drinks, it includes those toys. I mean, I know personally when we travel, our bills at the marina, just from our, you know, I just mentioned earlier, my son loves jet skiing. Our jet ski bills are sometimes over, you know, thousands of dollars. So it's really a great value, and it's such a hassle-free, stress-free. If you want to just know that you're going to have an amazing experience, be pampered, be spoiled, eat, drink, hang out, get a tan, swim, explore beautiful islands and cultures and ports that other, you know, giant cruise ships can't necessarily get to, make all your friends jealous. I mean, this is the life. And I'm not big into, you know, I don't post a ton on like Instagram, but some of those pictures you showed, those are like Instagram worthy shots.
Yes, I so agree. I mean, can't you picture that whole champagne and caviar splash is the Instagrammable moment of all. Yes.
Okay, well, you're going to have to book me on this cruise, and then I will Instagram myself eating caviar and drinking champagne on this yacht.
Love it. We'll be there together. There you go.
Denise, I mean, if people are curious and they're watching this and they're still not quite sure, like what tell me something else that you wish people would know, or common questions that you guys hear a lot, or misconceptions, anything else that would help our audience get a better sense.
Okay, a lot of this. I'm so glad you asked that. A lot of people will say, "Well, I'm worried that I'm going to get sick on a small ship. You know, is there a lot of movement?" Well, if I've been on 15 times, you know, to be on it, and just to clarify that, the difference with us is that we hug the shore all the way along. We don't go in open waters unless you're doing the transatlantic. That's a different story. But we're hugging the shore all the way along, and we sail while you sleep at night, and you wake up in a new port every single day. So if you like port intense driven sailings, this is your yacht. And again, you're going to see the shore all the way along as we travel. So it's not open waters in that way, but we can handle open waters. There's no question. Stabilizers, everything. But I think a lot of people think, well, it being small, it's going to be very, you know, rocky or something.
I think sometimes in my personal experience, and I've been on a lot of boats in my life, sometimes the bigger boats, I feel more seasick, because especially when you have the giant cruise ships, like I like to see outside, and I like to have windows around me if I'm not physically outside. And so I think sometimes it's disorienting for me personally. If I'm on a big cruise ship and the cruise ship is moving and I don't see the outside, I don't see the horizon, that's when I get more seasick. Versus on a smaller yacht like this, there's pretty much windows everywhere. I don't know if you guys have any rooms that have no windows.
Oh, of course not. No, everything is ocean view. Everything. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's a very different feeling.
Obviously, I feel very inspired. I hope our clients and our friends and our listeners feel inspired as well. And I can't wait to start, you know, scheduling some amazing trips on SeaDream. Tell me when you guys are planning to sail.
We actually, let's fingers crossed that we start May 1st in the Med. We'll see how that goes. And we will continue on. Doing very well with bookings all the way through October. And then we move on into the Caribbean in November through April of 2022. And we are open for sales all next summer in the Med. So there's beautiful itineraries. I just have to mention a couple. Can I say that?
Yes, for sure.
There is next year. There's this beautiful Athens that includes Crete, Rhodes, Cyprus, and 2 ports in Israel. That is just out of the box for us, and I love it.
And that's going to be next summer.
Next summer. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have one this summer as well in still availability. I just wanted to say it. And also next summer we have 2 sailings up in the Black Sea that so out of the box for us again, to be going up a little bit further for us. And again, beautiful small ports all the way along. And we're going back into Istanbul quite a few times next summer. So we're doing Ephesus and where we hadn't been for a while. So that's exciting too.
I mean, this was so fun. I love talking to you. I can't wait to share this video. I'm so happy. We'll have to have you back. I'll have to eventually post my Instagram photos from your yachts. And this was just amazing. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you speaking with me. And I'm so glad to have had you on today.
Thank you so much for letting me share my heart and passion. You know that this is my joy. And so I hope I was able to just get you excited and everyone else excited about coming on SeaDream and having that once in a lifetime experience on us. So thank you.
And I can't wait until we can see each other again in person. It's been a while, and I look forward to giving you a big hug when it's safe. But until then, this is so fun, and I'll see you soon.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you.